Puh.
Und dann starte ich einfach direkt, ne? Wenn es hier geladen hat. Okay, perfekt. Alles klar. Alright, people. Welcome back to the PWC channel. Today we have a treat for you. It is a match between two of my favorite coaches, or at least one of my favorite coaches is Reckless, and the other one is Prof. And I'm here with Karakasa commentating the match. Hello, Karakasa.
Hello, guys. I'm excited.
Yes, me too, me too. So, Caracas and I, we know a little bit about this match because we both know that Prof has prepped extensively for this one because we had
Yeah.
both had test matches against Prof with Reckless's teams. So yeah, this is gonna be exciting to see how Prof's prep plays out here.
So the good thing is that Reckless team looked like approximately exactly how it should look against this team,
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
I think Feeney is just from the look the best win con.
Fini is for Reckless is really good once it gets set up because then the Coco
Yeah.
can't really deal with it anymore. But on the other hand, Tapu Koko looks really strong against Reckless's
Yeah,
team.
Coco looks insane.
Yeah,
Like
because
he might play Garchomp with the anti-Fairy Berry,
that's possible.
but even that doesn't switch in twice.
Yeah, anyway, and Prof doesn't really have to risk anything because he's never
Yeah.
fearing too much from the Garchomp just because he has the Gligar with him, so that also works in
Yeah,
his
yeah.
favor.
And
Yep.
also the Milotic kind of stops the Garchomp right into his tracks.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised, honestly, because Reckless is known for playing really crazy sets and crazy months sometimes. I'm a little bit surprised that he did not bring the Stunfisk that he has, because Stunfisk is probably his best counter he has on the team for Tapu Koko.
He maybe doesn't think about Coco carrying Brave Bird for Roserade.
That's
So
possible. Yeah, but spoiler alert,
we thought like,
obviously, we also know the sets that Prof is playing, and yeah, so we can spoiler you right now that Tapu Koko is indeed running the Brave Bird on his set, if he hasn't changed it at least.
or maybe he wants to bait it with the anti-flying berry. Like I don't know all the
Yeah,
berry names. I'm just gonna say it like this.
you never know with Reckless. Reckless is completely insane from time to time. Oh, they want us to tell them that it's alright to start.
Or we're just talking for five
Yeah.
minutes straight. So I think I'm expecting Garchomp lead here.
Yeah, probably. That's also what I did in our match. Garchomp lead would be possible. Also, Aerodactyl lead is always possible. If he, for example, if he were the Taunt Stealth Rock lead set, that's also possible.
Yeah, so Garchomp just doesn't do anything against Gligar. Holy shit.
Yeah. And what also looks really strong for Prof is the Mega Absol. That's also looking good.
Yeah,
I'm
he
still.
basically has no switching into it.
Yep, he doesn't. Because this is a mixed Mega Absol with full special attack investment. With, I think, what's it? It's Close Combat, Knockoff, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt. So yeah.
Thunderbolt in electric terrain will do some heavy damage.
Yep, it will. So yeah, that looks really good for Prof. And yeah, apart from that, I'm not a big fan of Melmetal. I also told Prof. I don't think it does too much in Draft League, and in this matchup, it just gets completely shut down by the Corviknight for the most part.
Yeah, yeah, it does. Like maybe he can fish for like some thunderbolt paralysis, thunder punch paralysis, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think after our test match, which we had earlier today, Prof was thinking about adding Discharge to Melmetal's set. So that might be
No,
something.
no, 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 no. I think we saw previously a Melmetal like last season that
Yeah,
carried Discharge was a Skarmory that has even worse special defense sets and it did absolutely nothing.
yeah. It's not about the damage. It would be about the
Just
para,
the
you know.
paralysis.
Yeah, for the paralysis
Yeah,
chance, and then he can because he also has Thunder Punch, and then Corviknight can't roost off the Thunder Punch damage. That's the thought behind it. But yeah, as you
that's true.
predicted, Garchomp is indeed the lead for Karakasa, and Prof interestingly
Oh,
decides to
Karakasa.
for Reckless, sorry, and Prof interestingly decides to lead off with the Milotic.
I think this is a pretty free flip turn.
Yeah, this is a free flip turn indeed. And
Oh,
Caracasla goes into Tapu Fini early and reveals that he is a leftover set, which is to be
schwangere
expected.
Auster. Bro.
So, alright. Don't even know what the English word for Auster is, but it's a
Yeah.
clam and it is a pregnant clam. That's what Reckless called his Tapu Fini.
I don't really like Reckless going into Fini so early because
Yeah,
he's potentially revealing the set already, and this,
yeah, that's what I thought as well. Yeah, he does it just immediately. He goes for the calm mind.
and
So
I
it,
don't think this was a good play because now Coco can come in and just override
yeah,
the terrain.
this seems a little early. Also, the Melmetal is still there, you know. It can beat
It
it.
could get a Scald turn though.
Nah, not it, while it is in Misty Terrain, though.
Ah, true.
Yeah, so it,
Nah,
it
nah,
could
nah.
get a Scald Burn after Coco was in, but after Coco was in, obviously, you're not at a high amount of HP anymore, probably. So yeah, I think
But
this
the good,
is a little
yeah,
premature.
he doesn't run substitute though because if he would have it, he would have clicked it now, which I think is in OU Prof's favor.
Yeah. Well, it's a trade-off a little bit with Tapu Fini. You want to run the substitute, but you also want to have the taunt just so that Milotic can't haze you, you know?
Pays it off, yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
that's what I had in our test match as well. Alright, he goes into Coco instead of Melmetal. Well, now the Fini is at 100 and Reckless should definitely switch out. He can also try and just Draining Kiss off the damage, but
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that will work, honestly. And I'm not sure if he should risk that at this point, because Fini is his only really good win con.
yeah, exactly. Unless Garchomp sets up crazy. So
Yeah. Or, I mean, also the Roserade is pretty good against Prof's team, but only once the Melmetal is gone.
I don't know, like Coco one hit KOs it, and also Absol probably does.
Alright. So, what are the odds that this is a Scarf Garchomp? Because Scarf Garchomp's
They're
really
pretty
good.
high. They're pretty
Yeah,
high. They're pretty high.
it's really good against Prof's team. Prof should
He doesn't
definitely
have to
switch
risk
out
it
here.
though.
He's gonna go straight
Yeah,
into
Gligar
Gligar.
should be
Yeah,
free
100%.
rocks or free U-turn.
Free U-turn in my opinion. Yeah, but rocks would also be possible. But then again, I probably would go for U-turn just because on the Gligar, Reckless would probably expect the rocks and go into Corviknight. And ooh,
Okay,
alright, so it is a Swords
there's
Dance. That
CSD.
was a nice bluff by Reckless. See, that's why I love Reckless. He does reckless shit like this.
Yeah, that was a good play. I would probably go into Coco now because the scale shot should be coming.
Yeah.
And if he goes for another sword stance, you outspeed and can Dazzling Gleam.
I mean, you definitely go for U-turn first here, I think, and then you can go into the Milotic, and Milotic definitely eats a +2 Earthquake and knocks it out with Ice Beam. Because it is flame
That's
out.
true. That's true.
Yeah, you would
That's
go
true.
for U-turn and then into Milo here. And that I think that's what he's gonna do. But yeah, definitely some pressure being applied early by Reckless here with this early setup, both on Tapu Fini as well as Garchomp, but he's also
Yeah.
revealing the sets. That's the downside of this. Oh, he goes
Okay, so he does it.
straight into. Oh, this is
Oh,
bad. But what a nice
this is
set by
very,
Reckless,
very
man.
bad.
He
Does
just.
U-turn break this up? I'm not sure.
Nah, it doesn't. Never. Not against Garchomp. Garchomp's way too bulky. So this basically means that, yeah, he loses some mon here. Prof does. There's no way around it, I don't think.
Is Gligar bulky enough to tank multiple scale shots? Probably not, right?
I don't think so. But either way, if he does, Prof would just sweep the majority of his team probably because it will be faster than the Coco.
Yeah.
And Absol does not have priority. Yeah, this was just really good by Reckless. What a good set, man, against
Yeah.
Prof. Didn't even think of that. And he went into the Coco with it. That's so risky. So it was such a risky bluff, but it paid off tenfold, honestly.
High risk, high reward.
Yep, absolutely. And his name
I'm
is
kind of
Reckless
happy
after all, so
to
he
see Garchomp putting in some work.
kind of
But
had to live up to his name here. All right. So this should be without any question a earthquake by Reckless. If he clicks scale
Yeah,
shot here, this would just be too insane. Just predicting the
yeah, yeah.
U-turn and then getting greedy with the speed boost on the switch. But he should just
But
click EQ and then.
Prof kinda is not allowed to lose Coco here, so he could actually click scale shot.
Yeah, Coco is too important. But
Yeah, if Coco dies, he loses.
yeah, but still, I don't think in Reckless's position this is something you would risk here. Just because you
No, you
risk
don't need
losing
to. You don't need to.
you risk losing the position entirely, and you really don't need to. That's true. Because honestly, can't he can always sub on the Gligar. There's nothing Gligar can
Yeah,
do
right.
about it. The only thing that
Like I can't break it.
yeah, and the only other thing that Prof can switch into, it's nothing. It's honestly only Gligar. So yeah, there's no way Reckless doesn't click Earthquake here.
Maybe Milotic can tank something, but only after the Heat Orb activated.
Yeah, Milo can definitely tank, but it can only tank one. I don't think it takes tanks
Yeah.
two at plus two. Definitely not. So yeah, this is looking
Holy shit!
like
This Guardian set.
huge trouble, man. Wow, I did not think of that. That's why I love Reckless. He's definitely one of my favorite coaches because he always has these really well prepped sets that are so threatening, and he's not afraid to take risks like we saw.
Against me, he played some crazy Mew set as well with
Yeah,
rest on
again,
electric terrain.
yeah,
This was kind of funny.
yeah. He played a really good Mew set against me as well. Unfortunately for him, it didn't matter because I just hexed my way through with Superior.
Trendle classic right here.
Yep, easy 6-0. Oh well, so this is Prof taking his sweet time, but to be fair, he has to
Yeah.
make a really difficult decision here.
Yeah, this could lose him the game. One misplay and he's done.
Yeah, I think this is likely. Honestly, this. Alright, so he sacks the Coco.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, this is
oh.
probably still the better play because I don't see how he gets out of that situation anyway. So yeah, now
Yeah.
he pretty much has to. I think it looks like he has to click Ice Beam here, but I think he should not. He should probably go for something like close combat or predicting the T-Tar here.
The
Or
thing
even.
is, even if he goes Tita, he can just close combat afterwards.
Yeah, true. Also true, also true. Yeah, you're right. But yeah,
Does
this
I
is.
don't know how much damage Absol does, but Knockoff doesn't kill, right?
Nah, never. Not a Garchomp. Garchomp
Never.
is really bulky on the physical side.
Yeah, Garchomp has like 100 base HP,
It
so
has even more, I think. It has like 110 or 105. Oh, he stays
okay,
in.
nice.
Oh, that's huge for Prof. That's
Huge,
huge.
huge. That's good. That's very good.
Wow, Reckless let him off the hook there, man.
Yeah, no one expects special Absol.
But on the other hand, isn't this just pretty much? It's
Basic
not
prep against
GG
it,
yet
maybe.
with the Feeny, but how does Prof beat Feeny now? We can only go into Melmetal.
Only Melmetal.
Yeah, but Melmetal gets shut down completely by Corviknight, and you would expect Rocky Helmet on Corviknight. So that's gonna mean that Melmetal
And
gets worn down over time. So this,
he has to stall out the terrain and then toxic it, maybe.
but I don't think he has Toxic on anything. Or Miltank,
I told
Miltank,
him to put
Miltank.
toxic on Milo. I told him to put it on Milotic. I don't know if he
Yeah,
did it.
but on the other hand, I think personally, I know you are a big advocate of substitute, but I think he would run. Wow, what is all right? So he's gonna straight draining kiss here, or is he gonna try to set up after? Okay, well, interesting play by Reckless here. But yeah, um, it's hard to beat the Feeny at this point for Prof.
It
Oh, he
is.
goes for Hydro
Hydro
Pump.
Pump. Ooh.
Oh, that's a big miss. That's a big miss
Yeah.
because that's
Even
valuable
like
damage.
it's AV, but still that would have done like 40.
No, I don't, maybe not 40, but it's definitely valuable damage that's missing now. Alright, and Prof going for the discharge. What did I tell you,
Ooh.
man? That's cool
And he
because now he can
actually
2-hit
got
KO
the paralysis.
the Corviknight probably with Thunder Punch.
Yeah.
Even though he's missing the electric terrain support, but still, that's
That was
good.
a good play.
That was a very good play, and that's also what was
It
needed. What the hell? Why is he still faster?
it outspeeds it, but he
Are
can
you,
just click EQ now. Oh.
are
Does he
you?
click EQ? He does.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
why
Melmetal is
does it
so
still
slow.
outspeed? What the hell? I mean, what can you say about that? Is this a speedy Corviknight? I doubt it. This must be Prof not running enough speed. And that's honestly a bummer because you do this much effort to prep yourself for the match and then you overlook the speed on Melmetal. That sucks, man. Well, yeah, this is not looking too good.
Yeah, this is. I don't know. He doesn't even have a wish for Melmetal. And now Middlechick is faster.
Yeah, yeah. And he reveals
Oh,
it.
this paralysis is not doing him any good.
Yeah, this is such a bummer. But he can maybe still, because of the para, he can beat it down, the Corviknight with Melmetal.
Yeah,
And now he gets up Stealth Rocks at least. But yeah,
that's right.
Corviknight was revealed to be Rocky Helmet indeed, so that was what was to be expected.
If Corviknight had bulk up, it would probably be GG.
Yeah, I don't think it would have bulk up here. Right, he goes into Fini. He's so aggressive with his switches into Fini. He's really not afraid of anything.
He just wants to set up every turn he gets to.
Yeah, but it's too early to do that, man.
Yeah,
Not while he has the Melmetal around. Oh, he goes into Milo, so
another Hydro Miss, but that didn't matter
now he
too
would
much.
reveal the taunt if he has it, but also Prof can just flip turn into Melmetal now.
Calm Mind again.
Yeah, he flip turns into Melmetal.
Now Corviknight can just come in again, and I don't know.
Yeah, and Prof is. I mean, he can play click T punch here. That's what's good for him. And then he can maybe
Yeah,
two shot the Corviknight if it gets parried.
if he gets a para, yeah,
Probably that's probably a better bet than to go for EQ on the Roost, just to bank that.
exactly.
Yeah, I can't believe that
Just those
paralyzed
those
Corviknights.
25%.
Can't believe that paralyzed Corviknight still outspeeds a freaking Mermetal.
I
That's
mean, it has
unbelievable.
like 67, I believe, something like this,
I
and
mean,
Melmac has like 20.
yeah, but Corviknight is really not a fast mon, and if you're playing a discharge, just to go for the Thunder Punch beatdown, you would have to keep the speed in mind, wouldn't you? You want
Yeah,
to
of
be
course.
faster than the Corv, so yeah,
But I
that's a
understand him.
bummer,
Like
honestly.
I wouldn't have caught it as well.
All right, he goes for the
Thunder
T
Punch, nice.
punch.
If he gets the
Yeah,
para now, this is looking insane. But he can probably click EQ here. Like he has to roost, right?
yeah, but yeah, that's true. That's true.
But
Maybe
if
EQ
he
is
gets
the
the
play
para on the
after
EQ,
all.
if he gets the para on the EQ, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but if he gets the para on the EQ, at least he doesn't lose anything. And then it's a 50-50 between body press
Yeah, right, right.
oh, he
No,
gets.
no, no.
Oh, he goes for
Oh,
discharge. That
oh,
was a strange
oh.
play. No,
Okay.
that was
Yeah.
definitely not the play.
He
But
probably
anyway,
doesn't want any more chip from the.
Rocky helmet. Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that makes sense. All right, so Reckless is getting really unlucky with these paras. Well, you have to
yeah.
admit, but
Probably in a very good
still,
situation now.
it's
Like
re-
every double Iron Badge is a kill now.
yeah, that's true. Absolutely true. Yeah. But on the other hand, he can't afford any more chip on the Melmetal because then he just loses to
Yeah, he
Fini.
can't.
It's
If
really
he had a
just
Trick Room setup, ooh,
Melmetal saving him from the sweep here at this point. And he goes
exactly.
into that's the last thing I would have expected him to go into.
Yeah,
Unless that,
same. Probably wants to click Sleep Powder.
yeah, but there's still an Absol sitting right there.
Yeah, but what
And
does it do against Mammoth otherwise?
Leech Seed
It
maybe?
resists and yeah, but like he dies, so
Yeah,
I don't
I don't
know.
know. I don't know. It's reckless, man. Don't be surprised if there's something completely insane happening now.
It doesn't get the move where it kills itself, right? What's called like Final Gambit.
Nah, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't get
Nah,
it.
it doesn't. I'm honestly not sure what Reckless's plan is here. That's the last thing I would have expected him to go out to.
Maybe
Even
lay some spikes, but I don't know why.
yeah, but still, in what universe switches does Prof switch into Mega Absol here? Just predicting something strange.
Yeah. But on the other hand, Melmetal just kills everything that comes in. Like Tyranitar doesn't kill it. Like he has to sack him on to chip
Yeah.
it down.
Yes. All right. So he
Okay, why
goes.
does he switch out?
There
I would
was.
probably just click double Iron Bash.
Yeah. But it was a safe play because now the Melmetal is
It was
just
safe, yeah.
really good. Really good. But it was also still the only thing keeping him from being just swept by Fini. So this is a
Exactly.
really, really tense game, man. This is still on a razor's edge here.
And maybe he was right switching out. Maybe the Hydro Pump could have killed afterwards.
That's what I was thinking. He can't really afford any more
Yeah,
chip.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe that was
That's right.
Reckless's plan, just luring him to
Yeah.
stay in and taking the necessary chip.
I think sacking Miltank would be the best now. Like if Miltank dies, he's in a great
Miltank
position.
is useless.
I really
Miltank,
hope Miltank dies because I think Fini just sets up on it as well.
yeah, it's useless.
Completely Miltank haters.
Yeah, I don't like Miltank, so it's definitely useless from the start for me always. But
I mean, it has some good speed and can be played offensively just for surprise. Also has good coverage.
yeah, many people think it's a good signature, and I guess it probably is, but I don't just
And
don't
it has
like it.
stick pad. So,
And he,
yeah.
he calls it the New York Times. So Prof is definitely
New York Times.
he's a little comedian, that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I like those nicknames.
Yeah, I like Gleiger's. Have we seen Gleiger's nickname yet? It's called
Vaccinated.
Vaccinated. That's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice because it does indeed have the immunity, but it also gives away the ability. So he knows what's the other ability, probably Sand Veil or something. So Reckless knows he's not dealing with the Sand Veil Gligar to profit off of Tita's to benefit off of Tita's Sand Stream. But yeah. All right. So who's thinking here? It's probably Prof again. But yeah, the Miltank sack should be the player always here. And then he can go into Melmetal after when he's at -4 with the Leaf Storm and just get a kill with double Iron Bash. That would probably be maybe a Tita sack or an Arrow sack for Reckless. Alright, he decides to switch into Gligar instead, not sacking the Miltank. So he's really greedy with his sacks here, which isn't necessarily wrong, I would say. Just not what I would have done. I think it's even a possible play to go into... Okay, he goes into Fini again, and this is a U-turn, 100%, and this is a Melmetal, 100%. So yeah, that worked in Prof's favor. I probably would have gone to Aerodactyl. That was what I was about to say, because if he U-turns, he still lures in the Melmetal, but he has the ability to get the necessary chip on Melmetal with EQ if he has it. So that would have been another possible play, but Reckless decided to go into the Fini instead and will now have to choose a sack. Which I'm very interested to see what he's gonna choose.
Sorry, I had to leave for a second.
Yeah,
What
no
did I
problem.
miss?
No problem. I was trying to ramble on as best I could. So yeah, we now have... And he chooses T-Tar as the sack.
Boom!
Stone
I just
JPEG.
love this one. Like
Melmetal?
it just kills. Yeah, it just kills. Like it's so
Yeah.
useless in draft, but it just kills.
I mean, he found a way to make it work here due to the paralysis on Corviknight, so that's definitely a cool thing for him. And at this point, it's looking good for Prof because he's still out of, I think, even out of +1 Fini range, probably. And this is also where the early game Hydro Pump miss.
Yeah, it should be.
This is also where the early game Hydro Pump miss by Fini on the Melmetal really comes in clutch for Prof as well. So
Exactly, yeah.
you
So
have
he,
to
he
say that
does just want to flip it. chip it down.
Yeah, he really got lucky, Prof.
Yeah, he did.
That's one thing one has to.
So I think he has to sack Miltank now, and then go back into Melmetal and kill another one.
Yeah. Oh, he goes for
Oh,
Giga
Giga
Drain
Drain.
this time. Oh, that's interesting. So that puts a little bit more pressure on Prof.
Yeah, but I don't know how much invested the Miltank was, because I thought for a second the Leaf Storm was like specs.
It might have been specs.
But
I'm still thinking that.
if
You know,
he
yeah.
if he plays Giga Drain now, I don't know. And if he waits so long, he's probably like talking that it's not specs.
You think? I think what Roserade said would run both Giga Drain and Leaf Storm. That would pretty much either be Specs or Scarf. I think
Maybe Scarf. Yeah,
maybe Scarf is also possible. Yeah, given the fact that Garchomp wasn't scarfed, it's looking honestly not too unlikely to me. All right, now he's thinking again. And he probably has to calc what the damage on Feeny is, or has to be. He still needs to be worried here, Prof, because with one Calm Mind up, Feeny really doesn't take much anymore from a Mega Absol Thunderbolt, probably. So he has to keep Metal out of Feeny range at all costs. Also, Reckless has not revealed the Draining Kiss yet. We don't know too much about its set at this point. Calm Mind, Hydro Pump, that's all we know. He would need Taunt to beat the Milotic. And obviously he would need Draining Kiss to heal itself back up against Mega Absol and also against Milo when it comes down to that. So yeah, if he's the pretty much standard set with Taunt, Draining Kiss, Calm Mind and Hydro, that would be a win con still at this point. Right, he's calculating for a while and thinking. And honestly, I don't know what choice he has here. He can't one-shot the Roserade with Absol. He can't go into Gligar or Milotic, so he pretty much has to go into Melmetal here. And take this
yes,
chip.
basically, yeah. Unless Gligar doesn't tank a Leaf Storm. Mm,
I
yeah,
think,
that's a pretty bad situation. He has to probably gamble on Hydro misses if he does go into Melmetal now.
yeah, it really depends. Also depends on whether this Roserade is specs or not.
Yeah.
But
If it's
either,
specs, then would probably still put it in range, because Melmetal's special defense is just so bad.
yeah. But he can only beat this Roserade with Melmetal at this point. That's the only
Yeah,
thing he
exactly.
has.
Maybe knock off crit from Absol, but that's it. I would probably go into Absol now and get rid of the item. Like, he doesn't need Absol for anything else anymore.
True. I mean,
Like,
he
he could get rid
maybe
of the specs,
he
and
probably
then
needs
just
it to outspeed and kill the Feeny still after Melmetal has weakened it. Because Melmetal is gonna get two-hitted by Feeny, and it can't one-hit KO.
doesn't Iron Dash. It doesn't one-shot it, Iron
Nah,
Dash.
never, because it's not super effective. Remember that Feeny is part water, so. Alright, he does indeed,
Yeah.
as you suggested, go into Absol. That's interesting. So he definitely doesn't want to take the chip on Melmetal, so that's good for him, but yeah, so let's see how Reckless reacts to that. He has revealed to be special and have Ice Beam at this point, so Reckless might think to himself that he can stay in here.
Yeah, because Ice Beam won't do anything to Roserade.
Yeah, not too much at least. It's probably going to be
Like,
like
it will do at least something, but
60. It's 60%, I would be my guess. Depending
yeah,
on
yeah, that's
depending
reasonable.
on the item. He could also still be a Salt Vest, remember? But I think he's
That's
choiced.
true.
He's choiced
That's true.
probably.
But again, if he knock offs, Fini still looks kind of good. Like
Fini is good,
Thunderbolt
period.
without electric terrain,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Fini
Like
is
it
good.
probably can set up on this as well because Draining Punch at +1 will probably one hit KO and heal all the HP back.
Man, this is such a tense game, man. Really,
Yeah.
this could still be match of the week.
Wait, did we actually put Fini into S tier?
We did. Fini is an S tier.
Yeah,
And
nice,
it definitely
nice,
should be.
nice.
Alright, he decides to sack Arrow. That's interesting. And he goes for
That's pretty
knockoff.
interesting. Let's.
Huh.
I don't think that mattered too much, but
Alright, interesting. And now he goes for Draining Kiss. Huh, I
yeah, but
think
his
didn't
play
he?
should always be to T-Bolt, I think.
Huh, that's interesting. I not sure honestly if that was the right play on Reckless's part.
I think it was
You think?
because he doesn't need Aerodactyl for anything.
But
Like
he needs it
Gligar
as a
doesn't really
sack.
wall it.
That was my thought. He
Yeah,
needs it. He needs a sack he can get.
he probably didn't want some knockoff chip damage plus losing the item on Fini and then all the rocks and sandstorm stuff. So I kinda understand why he did it. Because if he gets that +1, he wins the game, basically.
Yeah, that still depends on how much it does to Melmetal.
Yeah, but +1 Hydro will kill.
You think?
I think it will.
You sound so confident, but
I
I'm not
mean,
sure.
when we did the test match, my Fini had 0 special attack investment, and Scald at +1 did like 30, I think. So
Oh,
Hydro, maybe it doesn't kill, but I think it could be a roll.
yeah, that sounds like it could be close. He's at 56, so that's almost double. So that probably
Ooh.
wouldn't quite kill. He goes straight into Melmetal.
Okay, now this is the point.
Wow,
Yeah, okay, it doesn't kill. Oh,
39. That's
wow, that did
nothing.
nothing. That did nothing. We were worried
But
for nothing. Holy
he
shit.
maybe Draining Kiss kills? No, probably not. And then it comes down to can he
Yeah,
live a ooh, but
probably can. He probably can live a Thunderbolt,
that's
but he
after
shouldn't. Should he risk the miss? Because I don't think that Draining Kiss will kill.
yeah, he has to risk the miss.
Draining Kiss is half the damage of Hydro Pump, and it's not very effective.
Yeah,
So this will never kill.
yeah. So Prof shouldn't do anything silly here and switch out. Wow, this man metal came in clutch. Oh, he clicks Moonblast. What? What? Why? Wow, that's
He
GG.
didn't. He didn't want to risk the miss. Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
GG.
but I mean, you're down at that point, so it wasn't a chance to miss,
Unl-
it was a chance to win. Alright,
True.
let's see. Maybe with a Giga Drain crit he can still win the game, but he
Or
can't.
it just takes him out,
And it was
and he
indeed
has specs.
Specs. Wow, GG. What a good game,
GG.
man. That was well played by
Yeah,
Prof. He got lucky, but he also played really well.
he got very lucky. I kind of think if he didn't get that lucky, the match would have shifted. Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Reckless is
team
also
was
complaining in the chat
the
here. It
the
says
paralyze
three
was
paras and the Hydro Miss. And I think that's also
Yeah.
the Hydro Miss, early Hydro Miss is what lost him the game there in the end. Because that was
Yeah,
the chip that
basically.
was missing for Melmetal to be knocked out at the end, so yeah. But yeah, definitely well played by Prof. And as you have probably heard by now, we have Prof joining us here immediately after the match.
yo.
Full of
Yeah,
energy.
Reckless is
Can't
also
wait.
saying there if he clicks Hydro at the end, he can maybe even still win. And I think that's possibly true, depending on the damage of Absol on Fini. Because,
The problem I calculed Absol did around 28 with T-Bolt
at,
even after +1,
yeah, okay.
and yeah, it was yeah
But also he didn't have Draining Kiss, so
yeah
that was
that was helping
weird.
me a lot.
Why didn't he have Draining Kiss? He had Moonblast instead, so yeah, but still.
Yeah. Dude, the
Alright.
guard jump early game was so scary. I was thinking if I should sack Coco or Absol, because it had to be one of them to break the sub, and the other one had to kill the Garchomp, and it was,
I mean, that
yeah, it
was just
was,
Reckless's mistake, honestly. He let you off the
yeah,
hook
he
there.
could
So
have kept
this
it.
he could have won the
Could
game with
he
this
could have,
Garchomp. I mean,
yeah.
you can bet that this Garchomp also had what's it called? The speed boosting move, Scare Shot.
He had the, yeah, he had Scare Shot and the Argwave barrier. And by the way, first or second
So he
turn, I
had anti-fairy
think.
barrier. Barry.
Now that's like a 50% barrier, I think, but I don't know. But
Yeah.
just for record, early game with Coco against the Garchomp, I switched in because I went like, okay, if this thing gets up a speed boost, it's GG. Because Milotic wasn't burned yet, and he could have killed me. Like, like afterwards, he couldn't because he wasn't live orb. But yeah,
I mean, you had no other choice, honestly. There, it
Yeah.
was
yeah,
that was well played, but yeah, one has to say you got really lucky there. So Reckless has a lot of grounds to
yeah,
complain. He got
yeah.
so unlucky with his
Um,
Corviknight, and the early game Hydro Pump miss really screwed him over in the end there.
Yeah, but that is one thing that I really like about Reckless. He is like he takes it. He takes it. He isn't I I hope he isn't that pissed. But
Yeah, he is
yeah.
pissed for sure, but he's always good
Yeah,
mannered.
yeah. Yeah, he even writes to me that he should have kept Garchomp
Yeah,
and
he should have. That was his
yeah,
big mistake. He could have
yeah.
completely eaten you alive with that Garchomp because the only thing you switch into an Earthquake is the Gligar, and on Gligar it gets a free sub always. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Gligar was basically just my defog of choice because like my only other defog was Noivern, and so I went yeah either Gligar or Noivern, and I wanted something against Chestnut. Um, I don't know. He's a big fan of Chestnut, so I really thought that he would bring it. Um, yeah, yeah, but big GG to Reckless.
yeah, that
Man,
was a
that
really
was
tense game. Really
yeah,
close, really
it was
tense.
very undeserved for me. Like your Garchomp just would have won the game,
Yeah, that
and
Garchomp
yeah,
set was huge. That was such a
yeah,
well prepped set, honestly. But yeah, that was
yeah,
also one has to be honest enough to say it was his mistake to let the Garchomp go. But
yeah.
yeah, still he got unlucky and
I
he
mean,
misclicked at the end game there.
after the Milotic was burned, I think the he would have done like 40 to 50%, but yeah. But in the end, still very unlucky. Melmetal is the goat, by the way,
Yeah,
of
that
this
was
whole
huge, man.
match.
I've never
Like,
seen Melmetal do that much in draft, but this game was
yeah,
huge.
yeah. I sadly switched it out. Had to bring in another Pokemon. Still a big fan. But yeah, yeah. Um,
All right. So yeah, with that being said, we are gonna wrap up this recording. Congratulations, Prof, to your opening week win. That was definitely well played, despite getting lucky. That should never take away from your performance. You played well. You definitely kept Melmetal just barely healthy enough to live the and check the Tapu Fini,
yeah.
and
Oh,
that
by the
was
way, guys,
what won you the
I'm
game there.
so sorry that the game took so long. I really
Ah,
thought
that's
very,
fine. That's
very
fine.
many
You have to
things.
think. That was such a close game, and you had to think through every move. So that's definitely understood, and
Yeah.
that's completely fine. So yeah, I don't want to keep this video going forever. So I'm gonna end this recording now, guys. See you in the next one.